The Blue Plaque Award is an international program that celebrates the links between important people or events and the buildings to which they were connected. The Heritage Stratford Committee is pleased to award blue plaques in our community. In 2025, a blue plaque was awarded to 72 Ontario Street in honor of Timothy Findley. Born in Toronto on October 30th, 1930, Findley grew up in the Rosedale district with his parents, Alan Findley, a stockbroker, and Margaret Bull. Findley pursued a career in the arts by studying dance and acting. He had roles in several television dramas and Shakespeare productions. Findley's acting career included appearances in the Edinburgh Festival and the CBC. In 1953, Findley became part of the original Stratford Festival Company. In that inaugural production, he played Catesby, a messenger to Richard III. To add some action to the drama, artistic director Sir Tyrone Guthrie decided to have Catesby leap from a balcony onto the stage, recalled Bill Whitehead in a 2002 Beacon Herald article, said that Mr. Findley's greatest fear was not the leap, but of landing on Sir Alec Guinness, something he had strict orders from Sir Guthrie not to do. After that first season at Stratford, the festival's artistic director Tyrone Guthrie helped him, along with a handful of other young actors, to attend the Central School of Speech and Drama in London, England. Mr. Findley graduated from the school in 1954 and played in London's West End, on Broadway, and in Moscow. Findley was a protege of Alec Guinness, whom he looked up to both in Stratford and throughout his acting career. The young actor lived with Guinness in London while they were working on The Prisoner together. During the 50s, he was inspired by a friend, Ruth Gordon, who was a screenwriter and playwright, to start writing short stories. "It has been the greatest advantage I had when I began writing seriously to have been an actor," Findley remarked in 2002. "The best apprenticeship for a writer, because you learn language, structure, cadence, rhythm, and how to build tension." In 1959, Timothy Findley and Janet Reed were married. It ended 2 years later. In 1962, he met Bill Whitehead, who was a trained biologist, former actor, and a radio and television producer and a writer for The Nature of Things. They collaborated on documentary projects during the 1970s and won the ACTRA Award for Best Writing in a Television Documentary at the 4th ACTRA Awards in 1975 for The National Dream. Findley continued to write, and in 1967, his first novel, The Last of the Crazy People, was rejected in Canada, but accepted and originally published in Britain and the US. The same thing happened to his second novel, The Butterfly Plague, in 1969. Throughout the 70s, Findley wrote radio scripts and a play, Can You See Me Yet? His third novel, The Wars, received great acclaim and won the Governor General's Award for English Language Fiction. Robin Phillips later adapted it to the 1983 film. Findley mentioned his homosexuality on the program The Schumann File in the 1970s. He was an artist who was open about it before that was common. He and Whitehead lived together at Stone Orchard Farm near Cannington, Ontario, and in the south of France. In 1986-87, he presided over the Canadian division of PEN International, a national writers' organization for freedom of expression. He was active in anti-censorship and other causes for many years. In the 1980s and 90s, Findley was very prolific, writing 6 novels, including Famous Last Words, Not Wanted on the Voyage, The Telling of Lies, Headhunter, The Piano Man's Daughter, Pilgrim. He also wrote dramas for television and stage, including The Stillborn Lover by Shaftesbury Films and External Affairs for CBC Television. The renowned Canadian writer received numerous awards for his work. He was a 2-time winner of the Governor General's Award and was made an Officer of the Order of Canada in 1986. Other awards include the City of Toronto Book Award, the Ontario Trillium Award, a Mystery Writers of America, Edgar, 2 Canadian Authors Association Awards, the Toronto Arts Awards in Writing and Publishing, and in 1991 was named to the Order of Ontario. Giving back to the writing community, Findley was a mentor and teacher at the Humber School for Writers and the Humber Summer Workshop. In 1998, Findley was awarded the Banff Centre for the Art Nation Award. Carol Phillips of the Banff Centre said at the time, "Timothy Findley is a literary icon, a designation well-deserved, but it is his private dedication to mentoring of scores of budding writers that convinced the selection committee that he exemplifies the ideals of the award." In 2000, Elizabeth Rex premiered at the festival and won a Governor General's Award. Findley's last novel, Spadework in 2001, returns to the theatre scene of his youth in Stratford, Ontario. In it, he explores the everyday life and drama of young actors and their experiences at the theatre. He stated that he hoped it would help others to appreciate the city. In return to his theatre roots, Findley's play The Trials of Ezra Pound had its stage premiere at the festival's Tom Patterson Theatre in the 2001 season, and his play Shadows opened in 2002 in the Studio Theatre. At the time of his death, he was developing another work, The Trojan Women, to have been produced at the festival stage at Stratford. In the final years of Findley's life, declining health made him sell the farm, and he and Bill Whitehead moved to Stratford, Ontario in 1998, where they had lived at 72 Ontario Street. They continued to have a home in France. After moving to Stratford, he said the whole feeling of being in the town is wonderful. He died in June 2002 in Brignoles, France. Timothy Findley was known for his intelligent writing and storytelling. He left us with a legacy of literature that enriches Canadian culture, and also an example of contributing to his community and the arts through his gift of mentoring young artists.